big weekend for you too, Mikey, your younger brother, Nonito Donaire, fighting out in Texas. What do you think about Nonito's fight with Darchinyan?
I think Darchinyan is the opponent that we got to be very careful, very aware of. Darchinyan's got nothing to lose. Darchinyan is already accomplished so much, already did so much. He hasn't fought Nonito in like 6 years, and he's always wanted that rematch. He really hates Nonito. He doesn't like Nonito. So everybody will have to be very well prepared and very careful for a very dangerous fight. Darchinyan could be a very tough opponent because he's got nothing to lose, and I'm sure he trained like never before because he wants this rematch so bad that now that he's got it, he's gonna try to do anything possible to win the fight. So we gotta be very, very aware and very aware that it's gonna be a very dangerous fight.
Now, Nonito had a streak where he was winning all these fights, the fighter of the year. Then he had the loss to Rigondeaux. Did you notice a change in his mindset coming off a loss as opposed to having a lot of momentum?
Of course. He was here 3 weeks. That says it all. This was his first time in my gym. He had always wanted to train at home and didn't really want to travel. He came 3 weeks to Oxnard, and that made a big difference. I think that told me that he really is motivated and really wants to come back and get back at what he used to be. The best in the world. And to be the best, you gotta train like the best. You gotta train with the best. You gotta fight like the best, and he's back.
They're talking, Nonito said he would love to face Orlando Saldio, or maybe Top Rank might want to make the Saldio Lomachenko winner against him. What do you think of him against either of those guys?
Hey, those are all fights that are possible. Those are all fights that Top Rank could do, but we gotta focus on Darchinyan right now. I don't want to think about the future because we still have Darchinyan. We still have to beat Darchinyan before we can even think about that. But Cameron Duncan takes care of all that. I don't get involved with who his next opponent is going to be. I know Cameron's going to talk to me. What do you think about Lomachenko, whatever that guy's name is? What do you think about a rematch with Rigondeaux? What do you think about Saldio? He's going to tell me about all the options they might have, and then we'll talk about it. But the last call is between Cameron and Nonito.
The thing I was going to ask you, you mentioned Donaire about how you really wanted him in camp, and I always thought one of the benefits of a fighter coming to your camp was because you seem to have such a stacked gym to where the sparring is you're always going to have some kind of sparring for someone. Is that true? And how are you a trainer? How important is sparring to you for your fighters?
I think sparring is probably for condition, for game plan, but I think sparring is the best thing that a fighter can do. I know a lot of coaches might not believe so, but we spar 3 times a week. We don't do that much sparring, but when we do, I think the sparring is what makes the fighter be able to last those 12 rounds. That's why Mikey and Brandon, Mikey did, for this fight, he did over 170 rounds of sparring. Yeah. Brandon already has like 180 rounds of sparring. Okay, yeah. Maidana's gonna have over 150 rounds of sparring. We start early. It doesn't hurt them. That's their job. They're gonna fight. It's one-on-one against somebody in the ring. So we gotta practice it a lot. And yes, if they listen, if they practice what we tell them to do, then day by day they get better and they get better and they start doing what we want them to do. But yeah, sparring is very important. A lot of fighters. I know. I know because I used to train in LA a lot, Big Bear a lot. A lot of fighters spar every day.